I don't know about y'all, but when it comes to this quarantine, right, I've been so nosy looking into what people are doing right now. So I'm seeing like my friends who've never cooked before start cooking. Lonnie, you said that you started cooking. There's people that are like organizing everything out of their house. Obviously, parents are homeschooling. But according to this article that I saw in Huffington Post, this article made it very clear to say that it is also okay if you're not doing anything, if you're not feeling overwhelmed to go like find something to do, you know? And I got to share this tweet with you from Emily McCombs. She tweeted, if you're feeling overwhelmed seeing people who seem to be living their best quarantine lives, whipping up an Allison Roman recipe between Zoom yoga and virtual happy hour with 15 of their closest friends, let me assure you that some of us can barely even shower or do our dishes. So ladies, where are you at on this scale of quarantine? Are you like at like busy, popping, or are you like nada, nothing?
I haven't been able to be creative.
Honestly, for me, yeah.
I've been able to, I mean, not creative in like my typical way, like in terms of writing and, you know, filming stuff. And like, I have all these ideas. People are like, oh, you know, you should have a movie while you're done with this. And it's like, yeah. But I've been able, I think I put all that energy into like organizing my mom's house, like my childhood home.
Yes.
And so like really being able to be very helpful in that way. Like the minute I got here, I was like, we need a patio space. So I like put that together. But, you know, my mom has benefited the most out of this quarantine.
Definitely. Wow. I never knew that about you, though. I never knew that you were like super like Aggie about organization. Because I know Tam is. And maybe
I
Adrian,
just like,
I know you.
We just have different versions of, like, I think Tam is more simplicity, you know, like, whereas I have just like a lot of stuff, as you can see, but it's like in its right place. You see?
You're like my husband.
I know where all your things are.
Wait, I have to share this.
Husband. He has lots of stuff. And if I look at it, I'm like, whoa, where is everything? He knows where everything is.
Right. I got to share this fun fact since we're all about fun facts, right? This one time, me and Amanda, we were at Girl Chat, and I asked her, I was like, yo, I feel like you're like me where we just had diaries in the past. Like, did you ever have journals and diaries? And she was like, oh, wait for it. And sure enough, that night, Amanda like texted me immediately, and I still owe you a picture of mine, Amanda, but she had like archives of all her journals. They were Mead notebooks, like thick books with all of her writing, every line filled. I was like, dang, she pulled that out real quick.
I found diaries here from 1991.
Wow.
What? See, awesome. I always wanted to start one. I could never finish it. So I have all these diaries, but it's like 2 or 3 pages in, and then I'm done.
But you can see like what you were thinking at that time, even if it's only a few pages. It's still fascinating.
And your handwriting says a lot too, right, Amanda? Like seeing your handwriting when you were like in high school or whatnot. It's so cool.
Wow.
I found a journal from 1987.
Wow.
What?
That's my first diary. My first diary is in 1987.
Did you have the little key in the lock? You know how you have the key and the lock?
Yes, I have one of those.
And then it has the message in the front that says like,
you know what the biggest find has been of cleaning my mom's house in this quarantine? I found my grandmother's journals from 1974, 75, and 76.
Wow.
And awesome. I was reading them and I was like, hold up, I'm my grandmother. And my mom is like, yes, like you speak exactly the same way, you think the same way. It's fascinating. I sent Adrian a quote from one of hers that I think would be great for a song for Iz.
Well, you know what? That's why we always say, just to kind of button this up, whatever you do, if you want to work on something, fine. If you don't be hard on yourself. This is a pandemic. Yeah. So the thing that we want everyone to do is stay at home, wash your hands, stay safe. Yes. So don't worry about that. So on that note, ladies, one thing that we have to do during this pandemic is that we have to go to the grocery store. And I was reading this article, it's on Mike.com, that says there are different ways to go to the grocery store and not be overwhelmed anymore, not be a jerk, not be, rude to people. So I want to ask you ladies, how are you handling going to the grocery store? Because it's a whole different new terrain now. How are you ladies handling that?
Well, I know, for me, Adam won't let me go to the grocery store at all because, as you guys know, in the past, I struggled with bronchitis. I had pneumonia for the past 2 years, and my doctors, my immunologist actually called me when all this happened, and he was like, you know what, Tamara, you can't take any chances. So Adam actually does the grocery shopping, and the Bay Area, I have to say, they have been complying. We've actually, I think they even said we were number one in just doing what we were supposed to do. And I think Governor,
that's great.
Newsom, we started early. Actually, we were on quarantine like first, and it was like he was not playing. We took it very, very seriously. It's just that everybody looks kind of, crazy. You've got your masks on. It's like a costume. You got your mask. Even the kids have masks, even though I don't let them go, but we just have them in case. You've got your gloves on. One of Adam's friends from Napa Distillery, they've actually made handmade hand sanitizers. So we're pretty equipped out here.
Yeah. They say that for each household, you should have a designated person, one person in the family that does the grocery shopping. That is super smart. Similar to you, Tam, I have an autoimmune disease, so I'm not doing any grocery shopping. If pretty much we've been Instacarting to our house, which has been interesting because I have a whole method of how we do this. I've got gloves covered completely, and we actually spray down all of our groceries. We leave them on the front step for like at least 30 minutes. Trust me. Trust me, 30 minutes will not ruin your food, but it actually will hopefully kill the bacteria that's on the food. Guys, the reason why you want to do that is because people in the grocery stores may not be as vigilant as you, and they might be touching the groceries before you receive them. So you want to make sure that you wipe it all down, and that you don't allow any of that to come into your home. Yeah.
I will say, y'all, I'm the one who's going grocery shopping in my house, and people, anxiety is high. I had a woman tell me when I had a woman get very close to me. I said, "Can you please back up? Like, I got the mask, I got the gloves on, and she was like, I'll spit on you." I'm like, okay. Now you see, it everyone manages this so differently, and I think people's anxieties are very, very high. Wow. On the other hand, I think it's so great when these stores actually like space out the spaces in line so that people know, like, okay, where, but then I come home, I'm the same as you, Adrienne. There's a whole system, you come home, I got to wipe down the car. I got to put the clothes in the wash. Now they're saying you got to wash your hair. So it's just, everybody who's going out, like, just understand, like, take some deep breaths before you go in the store. Center yourself.
I know some advice is that when you go to the grocery store, try to wipe down the grocery cart. Try to wipe down the holder and everything. And a lot of grocery stores already have people that's outside that's working that will disinfect it for you, but bring your own just in case. If you can, wear your mask, wear your gloves, stay 6 feet away. That's usually like 2 shopping cart lengths. That's that.
Can you say that
one
more time, Lonnie? Because I feel like people really are not respecting the keep your distance thing.
Right.
Say it again.
I know. Shopping carts. 2, that's about 6 feet. But they're also marking it in the grocery stores. They're marking like 6 feet, to keep everybody safe. So just be respectful of that when you see that. But more importantly, the people that are working behind the cash register and the people that are stocking, if you guys could just say thank you to them, because they're actually risking their lives. I think it's important to say, because a lot of people, it's like you said, Amanda, there's a lot of anxiety that's happening where people are they're losing patience, they're being rude. We have to this is just a different time, but you're going to see some differences. Like now they're going to start having one-way aisles to go down certain aisles.
Good.
So, to try to help, so the grocery stores are doing that.
I want to add to your list too, Lonnie. I want to add that people, when you go to the grocery store, come equipped with a list of what you already know you're going to want or need.
Yes.
And do not hoard. Do not hoard. I feel like I'm kind of ratting out my man, but guys, legit, he went to the grocery store and homie came back with like 16 cucumbers. Like all of them, because the grocery store was all out of vegetables. So he saw all cucumbers. So he got all cucumbers. What are we having for dinner tonight, you ask?
Cucumbers.
You guessed
cucumbers.
Cucumbers.
I'm
just telling you guys, don't hoard.
I have a question for you guys. Have you experienced this? In some grocery stores, they're actually not letting a lot of people go in at a certain time, and there are also senior times. So if you are a senior, you can actually go in a lot earlier. Are you guys seeing that?
Absolutely.
I saw that at a Trader Joe's.
Yeah, at the Target that I go to on Wednesdays, they have it. And I go early on Wednesdays just in case to help some seniors, because you would be surprised how many need help. And you know, of course, you have the actual people that work there to help, but also sometimes, you know, we can just do that. You know, plus I can see where the toilet paper is early. So.
No, totally. No, Lonnie, that's a good point. Jay and I found all the shelters in the San Fernando Valley where people have assisted living or elders that just live alone. They have zero family. They can't leave their homes. And because we're like healthy and able, we were able to go and shop the groceries and then just drop it off at their doorstep. So you can call your local council people and find out those type of assisted living shelters too.
So, you know, they say this too shall pass. And so, you know, when you have those quiet moments and you're like, what we gonna do when the quarantine over? What comes to mind for you all?
I'm gonna go do my nails.
You're gonna go straight up. Same. But I'm gonna go see my dad, you guys. I haven't seen my dad in a while.
I know. There are a lot of people that are unable to see. James can't see his mother, and currently she has Alzheimer's. We go to the window and we try to see her, and you know, they roll her to the window. This is a really hard time for a lot of people because they can't see their loved ones. So we have to remember that.
My dad struggles with COPD, and that's basically a pulmonary disease. So he's like, if anything, I'm like, you know, we'll see each other, just like, you know, drive on by, or, you know, whatever. And he is so protective. He's like, no, I don't want you to get it. And then I'm like, no, but I don't want you to get it. We FaceTime, but there's just something about human touch. And I think that is what I'm missing the most. My friends, I have my family, I have my kids, you know, that's a blessing. But at the same time, I miss just a hug from my sister, from my dad, from my mom, from my brother, from my best friends, you know? And
I miss the stage.
I miss my cat.
The stage. Don't you, Amanda? I miss performing. Everything was cut. All our gigs were cut. We couldn't perform. And I never realized how much I miss those dirty, musty comedy clubs until now. I mean,
if you just start thinking, like, you just wonder, like, when's the next time I'm going to hear a whole audience, you know, in unison laugh or sing? Like, we had a Smart, Funny, and Black festival planned that we've had to just kind of like, you know, okay, well, we'll see when that can happen. I haven't seen my cats in a month. When this quarantine is done, I'm making out with somebody. So
that part.
I was thinking about that. Like, how do people handle dating right now? Like,
Amanda, are you on any dating apps? Are you are you talking to people? Are you texting? Are you sexting? Like, is anybody hitting you up? The DMs, are they popping?
Are you on your webcam like, hey?
Hilarious, hey. No, I mean, I think, listen, I get it, because this is one of those times where you definitely, having a connection with somebody just feels like you miss it in a different way right now. So I know that I have friends who are like, you know what, I want to dive back into these apps that I was already on, these dating sites, and see who's been hitting me up. So maybe, you know, I can, but I don't have any of that. I mean, for me, it's like, if you haven't already seen me naked pre-quarantine, then you're probably not going to be able to get into the convo at this point.
It's no go. It's no go.
But you're saying there's a chance if they've seen the good goods already, they might see them again on a webcam.
That is
correct, that quarantine sex though, Amanda. Whoo.
Yes, Liddy.
No, I don't want to hear about that, Lonnie. I don't want to hear about it because I don't want to hear about it. I'm over here with my mom. You know, I'm just
baby.
Like my mama.
Oh, baby.
It's a lot. A lot.
I love it.
Man, well, hopefully this will happen much sooner than later, that we can all, you know, see our quarantine dreams come true.